Alright, so a couple days ago, I had a job interview with Milwaukee Public Libraries, and mind you, I applied for this job in about June of 2011, and so I had a job interview yesterday on October 8th of 2012. So the email that I got from the woman in HR, it said Central Library at 8:30 a.m. So I'm at Central Library at about exactly 8:30 a.m. and I can't get in because the door is locked. And so I look at the time and the library doesn't even open until 9 a.m. So I'm wondering what exactly is going on. Like it was kind of like, I didn't know if it was supposed to be like the Harry Potter like 9 3/4 thing. Like I was supposed to just like throw myself like into the library. Like I didn't know exactly how that was supposed to work. So I'm like frantically wandering around because now I'm already 2 minutes late. Like trying to figure like just like staring at like the sign took like 2 minutes, like in disbelief. I was, so then I'm walking around like trying to find the secret door they want me to get into, and Central Library has like this drive-through thing. I don't know, but like there's a woman in there, so like I go like and rap on the window and I'm like, how do I get in? Like I'm like asking for like street people, like grabbing them by their shirt collars and stuff, and finally this woman tells me, she's like, there's like a secret basement door in the back, so you can get in through there, and like and I was like, okay, how was I supposed to know that, So I go in, and it's kind of funny because there's this old black guy, like a security guard, and it was like very magical, like going into this basement. This guy's like, hello, how are you? And this is like, it was weird. Like it was very it was a good experience. But then some, I'm like all confident, even though I'm already 5 minutes late for the interview, and I go in because I'm feeling all good because I'm wearing my sweater vest, and I'm like, oh, like they're totally gonna think I'm like librarian-y, like I look really good, and it didn't occur to me that with the sweater vest that I like painstakingly like decided on, I was also wearing like black skinny jeans. I don't know why, and a denim jacket, and to top it all off, I was wearing shoes that are literally called, they are known as dirtball boots. And I wore them to my interview with the library because I wasn't thinking, because all the effort that I could put in was, oh, and I was also wearing my rapist glasses, which needless to say make me look like a rapist. So that was a poor decision on my part. So I get in 5 minutes late, and they asked me about it. They're like, why are you late? And I was like, because you didn't tell me how to get in the building. And like it didn't resonate with them at all. Like they weren't like, oh, that makes sense. They were just like, huh, alright, whatever. So like then I do the interview, and as you guys all know, interviews for entry-level jobs, they're always terrible because they always ask you things like, when have you ever made a decision? Or like, when have you ever worked with other people? It's like, it's stupid. It's, so awkwardly asking the questions, or answering the questions like the best I can. I'm like, oh, at work I have to help guests all the time. Or they're like, when have you, the best question was like, when have you ever made a repetitive motion? And I was like, you know, like I didn't know how to answer that. And he was like, I don't know, but I can promise you that I'm capable of making repetitive motions, Like I'm Steve Martin in The Jerk, like I have no rhythm, I can't figure it out. So like, so I'm upset about that, and like that, it's kind of an awkward interview, and I don't feel confident about it. Like they kind of looked at me weird a few times during it, so that wasn't too fun. And during the interview, I was really trying to drive home the point that like I pay a lot of attention to detail, that I am, you know, basically that I'm an intelligent being, you know, like that I like can understand things like that. But anyway, after that, after it's all awkward, after I say, and you know, all these women that were interviewing me, of course they were super awkward. They were the HR department of a fucking library. Like they like their job application says like, "Are you awkward?" Like so like that. Like that was interesting. But then so I leave, get to my car. I'm kind of like, fuck, I'm not gonna get this job, whatever, because I already have a job. And then I realized that I forgot my jacket in there, so I need to go back, because normally I would have loved the jacket, but I really, really like this jacket. So I have to go back, and I have to tell them that I forgot my jacket after I over and over again repeated how good I am at paying attention to detail. You know, like this, I am just not making this good for myself. I have to march back up there in my dirtball boots, and it's so that was awkward. But then once again, I think that the worst is over. At least I can go home. It was like 9 a.m. when I got to go home, so that was nice. But then I work at Target later that evening, and I start at like 4:30, and around 6 o'clock I'm, you know, cashiering and checking people out, and the woman who conducted the interview comes into my line, and you know, I'm thinking like, oh, hopefully she'll see me and recognize me and leave and go to another cashier's line. No, she stays in line, and I'm checking her out, and she was buying a dress that was supposed to come with a belt, but the dress that she chose didn't have the belt attached, like as if someone had stolen it or something. And so she brought up another dress. Like the dress that she was buying was one size, and the dress that she brought up to show me the belt was a few sizes smaller. And so she asked if she could just take that belt, and I had to point out to her that her belt would be too small. So yeah, I pretty much, you know, clinched that one. So yeah, that's the story of how Becca Cosgrove does interviews. And this was recorded in front of a live studio audience, so that might be like the soft skills. Yeah. Yeah, and that too.